I was running from the police. Nothing suspicious. Everybody has to run from the police sometime. Oh yeah, I have a minute. I just found a dungeon, so let me talk to you. Yes, you, about my general thoughts about Metamorphisis when Horror kisses Metriodvania. Hey y'all, reporting from your local counterfeit Walmart, Target, in other words, it's your host,
Insert channel name.
better known as The Yak. And no, I did not steal Scott DeWaz's intro. He says, hey all. I do think the atmosphere is something the game does do genuinely well at through its settings, sound effects, and overall design for enemies. There was an enemy that when first jumped out, did startle me and again, in a sense, scared me into a believable reaction, depending on how skeptical you are of me. Now, I didn't play all of Metamorphosis as I explored the bottom path as best I could, but not to the side as much, though I still put 2.5 hours into the game, so I think my opinions count for something. But from what I saw, the game, art-wise, looks great in many aspects. I think the settings are eerie to look at, characters are designed nicely to fit the overall aesthetic, and the rest of everything is really nice on the eye. Without spoiling it, the horror does get over the top and relentless with its aspects, which does dampen the overall horror atmosphere as you grow more and more numb with it. Though, I don't know, I want to be able to design a horror Metroidvania that could avoid this issue perfectly, and I, using the exact same speaking and word style, genuinely think the over-the-top horror aspects and how they are used and introduced is phenomenal toward the world building. Now, the game is difficult. I think the like 4 Metroidvanias I've played, none of which being Metroid unless you count demos, have been, but I don't think it's too bad in an overwhelming sense. If you're good at video games, you'll be fine. I'm just dog shit at video games, so I'm not. I think there are a few enemies that fighting them gets a little bit annoying and not fun, but I think this demo avoids that issue perfectly fine. I mean, I played the aforementioned 2.5 hours in one sitting, so that might say something if it can speak, and the deadly but lethal thing is, after a certain point, I get annoyed and close the game just to open it not even a minute later. How that's what I call a success. Or stubbornness, whatever you call it really. Another thing is that the movement is really fun and feels smooth. The attacks you can do mid-air are satisfying and brings really cool fun movement by helping stall in the air, giving you a bit more jump. There was this one part you needed to slash downward for, and I felt so accomplished doing so because like I'm a fucking toddler or something. Oh my evolution. You can say God, it has that whole religious undertone like Portrait of God for example. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you, fuck, sorry, well, why? I'm sorry. Well, why aren't you complaining, you impossible? Isn't complaining all you do? I thought it was impossible, pun intended, for you to like things. Wow, didn't have to reveal your thoughts about me like that, but yeah, the game isn't perfect and a lot of issues I bring up are mainly because it's playtesting, but that's why this exists. I do think that there are a few moves with combat that aren't good to use because they stall too long, but you need to avoid enemies, so being stalled like that makes it feel like you'd get hit. Even if they don't, they weren't fun to use as they felt slow and locked in, making me personally never want to use them. Plus, you get a fucking gun at the start, which is fun to use, I think, but I didn't ever seem to find enough ammo to make the gun reliable, which is fair, but it didn't feel like it did that much damage either, so it never felt worth it to use. I'm sure that's my fault for not looking hard enough. It is a Metroidvania for fuck's sake, so this is more like a warning. Pick up bullets, you see, it's beneficial for both this game and real life. What doesn't happen in real life for some, I've personally seen a car crash because one wasn't placed well enough, or wonky hitboxes that don't make any sense, should be showing to you. So how was school? So if like Luxon sees this, first of all, fucking how? But fix please. The main thing though is that the controller kind of sucks. This is mainly personal and this is obviously a keyboard first game and I tried it as such, but I feel so much more comfortable using a controller to play games that have more than like 5 inputs. So to enter doors or places that are placed within the background, you hit up on the D-pad. Why? That doesn't feel intuitive. I way prefer how Hollow Knight uses a left stick as it feels far more natural and only megalomaniacs use a D-pad. They might say that. They eat human flesh, you know. What the fuck? Oh wow, the Hollow Knight fanboy prefers how Hollow Knight... Anyway, the right thumbstick controls the mouse you'd normally use if you use Switch 2 to play, and it's fine for your gun if not overly sensitive and a bit weird controlling, but it's fine. But when you enter the place to save and heal, you have to use that instead of it being overlaid to the 3 options. You have to use that mouse thing and circle to select. What? So yeah, it doesn't feel intuitive to me personally. Yeah, it is designed around using a mouse to switch to and keyboard, but if the option is there, it should be designed better and given the love and care it needs. The way it is now is fine, I'd play it like that, but I just wish it was better, and with the full game release whenever, I hope it gets better. I didn't mention it at the start, but thanks to Laguine Weenie for showing me this game with his video on it. I haven't watched it, but I'm sure it's great. Check out Luxin and Metamorphisis. Obviously, I try to avoid major spoilers of things that, if known about cause some dumbass made a video about it, would hinder the experience, so it's still worth it to do, I say. Oh shit, I hear the siren. I gotta go, man. See you in like, hypothetically, February 1st at the latest.